Low Wob Nation, and it's done. And a call out to Cruiser. I hope you appreciate this year. I'm wearing a different shirt most Tuesdays, not the same one. Thank you for your note last year. Duly appreciated and changed up. But now let's go on to the Week 10 awards. Starting out, the Mankind. Kyle got destroyed by Brian, no surprise there, 55.8 points, which puts you nearing the out of the playoffs if you continue this here, and we'll get more into what that means later. Psycho Sid Ben, disgusting performance. Drew Brees is ready for retirement, I think. Only 102 points for you after a terrible performance by Brees. The Revolting Blob, that goes to Dylan. You put Ronald Jones out of your lineup. We'd have put him in the flex. You would have won, and not that it would have got you into the playoffs potentially, but at least you would have helped me out by beating Lee. But you didn't, sadly. So I still have some work to do. Brooklyn Brawler, Ciroc, 4 losses in a row, pushing you nearly out of the playoffs. You're still in the hunt, but not looking good with your current streak. And guess who's not in it this week? That's right, me, yours truly, Commissioner. I actually won a game and am back in the playoff hunt. Owen Hart Memorial Awards, Ciroc, Cooper Kupp, 0 points. Lee, Dallas D, -1. Dylan, Minnesota D, 0. That was a terrible play by both of you. It was going to be a high-scoring game. Cruiser, David Johnson, 0 points. WrestleMania 3, closest win, Lee over Dylan, 8.8 points. Lee, you needed that win to stay in the playoff hunt, and you got it. David Arquette this week, I'm going with myself. After 6 losses in a row, I am now back in the playoff hunt after a win over New John. It's going to take some work, but here I come for a late season swing with Mahomie as my QB. John Cena, Kyle, Lamar Jackson, 40.4 points. Wasn't enough to get you a win, though, but at least you have bragging rights. I don't know, no soul. I don't know. You got something going for you. Can't figure it out, but you'll figure it out one of these days. Undertaker, wins in a row. Kenny, 4, new one to this list. And Joseph continuing, 7 wins in a row. Congratulations, which brings us to the final award, the Andre the Giant. No surprise here. I think this is your 6th one. You're now not only in the money, but you're $50 over money. So that's Brian, 168.2 points. Now, what's going on for playoffs first? Brian, Kenny, and Joseph are all in the playoffs, barring some epic collapse and crazy. I can't even imagine. It's a 1% chance, but let's just call it as good as gold. You 3 are all in the playoffs. Who's out? Dylan, New John, and Jason. Again, barring some crazy miracle scenario I couldn't even figure out, pretty much the 3 of you are all out. So congratulations. You're all playing for the Farah. Jason, again, playing for the Farah. Is this 3 years in a row? I think it's 3 years in a row. Kenny, check me on that. You have time on your hands. So Undertaker alert, Brian back in it. You had 3 wins in a row, 1 more next week. You're back in that award. And the Brooklyn Brawler alert goes to New John. 1 more loss in a row, and you get that fantastic award for you, as well as not being in the playoffs. Predictions for next week. Toilet Bowl. Dylan versus Jason. It doesn't mean anything except for seeding in the Farah Bowl. Yeah, I mean, once you're in the Farah Bowl, anybody can win the Farah, so I don't know how much that really matters. Game of the week, Brian versus Kenny. Top 2 teams, I believe, playing against each other. I know Brian's number 1. I think Kenny's number 2. Again, Kenny, check me on that. You got time on your hands. And upset special, I'm going with myself over Ben. Back in it, baby. My homie's back, and I'm going to get into the playoffs and going to win it all. No, I'm still going to lose to Brian. I'm probably going to lose first round. Probably not getting the playoffs, but someone can hope, right? So, congratulations, everybody. Good luck on the waiver wire, and I'll see you all next week.